Greetings and salutations, such dear, beautiful souls. So much love, light, gratitude, appreciation, explanation point of joy. Joy, 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 joy. The highest frequency, higher than love. So I send joy. Plus some love and some gratitude and that a little appreciation. Joy is the sprinkling at the top. All right. Alf has decided to give some shares and insights that has become in my awareness in the last, we'll say 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks, if not more. 2 weeks. I want to start off this with the elf wants to start off with that seriously, so much appreciation to everyone for all your likes, all your subscribes, all your comments, for all the changing that you've done on yourself and all the healing that you've done on yourself and all of the amazing journey that you have done so far. Round of applause, round of applause, round of applause, guys. Big ups, big ups. Like, for reals. We gotta start recognizing those things instead of just constantly focusing on the things that aren't changing or the things that the lower base, dense, heavy stuff that's out there. Just gotta flip it, man. Gotta flip it. We're flipping in the switch. We're flipping in the switch. We're also creating. We are co-creating. So one of the major things that's come into my awareness in the last, like I said, about 2 weeks, especially in the last few days for me, energies. Oh, do you see that? It totally flip skipped. Let's see if it catches on the end of the video. Energies. Words hold power. Thoughts hold power. So if me is sitting around the table, or if me is on the phone, or me was in front of somebody, and my words are not very kind, or my words are very hurtful, or my words are there to keep you down and compressed into whatever situation you're in or at, or whatever it may be, wherever it may be. Put your whatever you want in that situation. Having that conscious awareness. If I'm talking smack, it's a good way to say this, so we're keeping it PG kind of friendly. If me is talking smack about someone, something, some situation even, in the laws of energetic exchange, there's no, I can bend it this way. No, it's either or. It's give and receive. Give and receive. So if I'm giving out smack in some really heavy, bass, dense, judgmental energies, guess what's going to come back to my face? The same beautiful thing. Sometimes in the same package, sometimes in a bigger, heavier form. Sometimes not so much, just a little beep. Depends on how aware you are and what you were sending and what it is. So it has come to Elf's awareness that Elf was even subjected to some of this. I'm a little bit more aware because in the past, we'll say year, if not a little bit longer, a year, if not longer, Elf has been diligently paying attention to self and working on self and being conscious of what self is doing, even thought, feelings, words, body, how the body's reacting. All of that awareness, not hyper, but just all of that tuned in. And noticing that there's a lot of beautiful souls that were in my awareness, in my world, that we're doing just that. And even if I'm not, we'll say, verbally contributing to the said energies, if I'm just, well, okay, so holding space, trying not to be judgmental, all that fun stuff, or whatever the situation is, or whatever that entailed of those people talking about, whatever, I'm still entertaining it. I'm still absorbing it, even though I'm observing it. I'm still getting a little bit of, it's like you can't go out into the rain without an umbrella and not get wet. And even if you have an umbrella, there's still certain parts of you that's going to get wet. So it's no way to escape that. One has to be consciously aware of those situations and that energy exchange. It has also come into my elf's awareness of that my own thoughts and perception of self were doing a massive blockage on self. Oh, there was others that were doing the due diligence, what I call hexing. They thought they could hex me. They thought they could cast spells upon me. They thought that they could manipulate me to keep said elf down so elf would not elevate, because they wanted to elevate. They wanted to stand upon elf, and that's okay. Me gets it. Me gets it. Me even did a few bit myself to get to where I thought I was going to get, but all I did was trip and fall hard and hit hard. Yeah. Because that's how it works. There's no bending that. Turning those energies around and having that consciousness and seeing and hearing and listening, and then having that self-awareness to go, me is not going to participate in any of that any longer, has cut said elf off from all those others and in energies. Okay, so now there I've disappeared now without explanations most of the time, because me does not need to explain myself to no one. Me got stressed out one more time. Me does not have to explain myself. There it went again. That was awesome. Myself to anyone. No one. No one, nobody's in that higher above status where I have to explain. If I take the time to explain my said actions or said feelings or said whatever, there's a reason. It's not just on blah 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 to hear myself, because I hear myself enough. We have grand conversations. Yeah, being more conscious. Also, sending out some serious forgiveness to thyself and to all those others and situations and energies, and just saying, okie dokies, we gets ya. We're gonna flip it. We're gonna send it around. Thank you for that lesson. Thank you for that acknowledgement. Thank you for elevating me to keep going and pushing me, because unfortunately, in my world, but fortunately, I take that energy and I flip it around and I use it as a fuel to keep my serious fire ablaze, and it's not going to go out. You cannot snuff me out. You cannot snuff this energy out. You cannot snuff any of it. Only me has the power to do that. Me could accept somebody else's thoughts and energies and things like that, and then that, hey, we'll say aids and adds to those things, but no, that's it. But that is it. It's my choice. Me. Mm-hmm. And I came up with a grand insight in the middle of the night. Most of the time, my beautiful uploads coming in my dreams. Dream work. It's the teamwork. The word I. I is a single thing. One thing. I. And it's straight up. And it stands all by itself. I. One thing. One. Solo. Pretty lonely. Pretty egotistical. Me is a part of a we. There's two things, an M and an E, like a W and E. A we, me, we. We, the little folks. Sorry, just heard that. That was fantastic. Oh my God. Yeah. So taking that in the concept and perspective of why does Elf constantly kind of catch herself for saying I? Why is Elf always trying to rechange the way she articulates things? Why does Elf always have to say me? Me. Well, me is paying attention to me. Me has stopped actually giving so much attention to lots of things. Lots of things. Lots of people. Lots of places. Because Elf is too busy being within self. Elf is too busy grandly, not too busy. Let me rephrase that. Elf is just focusing on self and being self and elevating self and inspiring self and doing the things that self needs to be doing. Because the more I was trying to fulfill somebody else's shoes, thoughts, and ideas of what Elf should be doing and there was no Elf. It was everybody else. So keep that in mind when you're doing your own works. Don't try to be me. Be yourself. Don't try to rush your growth. Take your time. Because you can't rush it. Me heard a good statement today. When one plants a tree as a seedling, it doesn't take days for that tree to grow. It takes years, sometimes decades, sometimes thousands of years. Look at some of the redwoods, look at some of the oaks. If we try to rush our success, if we try to rush our growth, if we try to rush our healing, the faster we go up, the faster we're going to fall down and hit one more time. If you slowly excel and slowly grow and slowly heal, it's not such a fast ride to come down. And then it's not a thud. It's just you're there. You're standing there. And then you come back all the way up again. Come back down. Why do we want to go so fast? Why do we want to spin so fast? Why do we want to rush things? Because that's what we were told to do. Hurry. What are you doing? Why are you just sitting there? Do. Are you doing the work? Wintertime is when the trees do their most inner work. You can't see it inside, but all the massive, beautiful, amazing work the trees are doing to get themselves ready for springtime, to have blossoms, to do it all over again. They don't cry over each leaf that breaks and falls. They don't cry over every single blossom that blooms and then goes back into the earth to neutralize and help strengthen that tree or that whatever it is that's growing. Because it's not always just trees that have flowers and blooms. But that's it. It's as simple as this that. Another thing that's come into Elf's awareness. Other people's perception on where things should be. Again, they're pre-projecting. So if they have their own thoughts and opinions and they voice them or they feel them really loudly, like, I worry about the Elf. Please stop. You're fucking my shit up. Sorry, PG, not so much. But seriously, you're fucking my shit up. I save my fucks for magic. Because you're fucking it up. You're sending out the wrong frequencies. How about just seeing Elf doing amazing? How about anytime you get those weird thoughts of like, oh my gosh, I worry about the Elf. I worry about you, and I worry about your safety, and I worry about this, that, and the other thing. You can kick ticky all the way down the list. You're mucking up my energies, yo. You're throwing in the frequency of a curveball here and there and then not allowing just the elf to flow. Stop being concerned about what other people doing. Be concerned about yourself. Period. Then everything else will follow through. There's no need to wonder and worry or be concerned or any of that kind of control kind of thing, because that's kind of what it is. For anyone, on anyone, or even on yourself for a heck of that matter, because you're just mucking up your energies. You're just mucking up the frequencies. So consciously be aware of some of your unconsciousness. That's that fine tuning and getting back in. It takes time. No rush. One quick one. Me's gonna try and nail on this one. Death. People transitioning, because technically I have a pretend death every day. That old me has died. The new me is come in. But I'm talking about physical death. When the soul is no longer tethered to the body is no longer tethered to the soul. Body gets returned back to earth, and the soul can be complete and go up and get the healing and receive the healing and have a choice. The choice of where they want to go, what they want to do. They want to come back to earth, or they want to go somewhere else. Anyhow, perceiving that, how we perceive that, and also hanging on to things. We attach ourselves greedily to the body. It's the body. That's all it is. We also attach ourselves to the material things. Those things that say the elf is no longer here. I'm just going to use me as an example because this is the best way for my guides are saying, just talk about it. Just do it as you say. So it's me decides that I'm not going to be here anymore. Tomorrow, I leave this planet. My clothes, my monkey mug, all have my energy within them. And if y'all just hoarded them and hanged on to them and then cried over them and put all that other beautiful, weird, not so happy energy into them, my soul is going to feel it. My soul is going to be still tethered to it because it's part of an energetic thing. It's energy. So it takes 7 days for the soul to fully leave the body. We don't burn most of our bodies because this is just a weird taboo kind of thing that we got going on in our societies. Again, I don't want to let go. Gotta hang on to this body. And you think we're respecting and we're honoring our ancestors in that way? No, man. That was somebody's ploy to keep us tethered and mucked so our souls can't really heal. It was a ploy to suck us out of that energy thing called monetary exchange. Because you got to pay for all this. Who's paying for it? The soul is. That's for who. Because they're still tethered. We talk about people like oh my god, it's like purgatory. You know what purgatory is? Being like still trapped in between. And it's not because of their choice. It's because of things that we like, elf leaves and somebody wants to, hang on to my things or hang on to the memory of me so tightly that my soul is still going to be tethered to, still going to be attached. That energetic exchange. I know I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off with this conversation. It's food for thought. And you're all allowed to think and feel what is your truth, what you believe. I'm not here to tell you nothing. I'm just talking. Sending out some good energies. So this is me, is firmly a believer of burn my body. If you can, burn my clothes that were my personals, like my underwear and things like that. And sometimes my jackets. And if you're going to hang on to the jackets, clean them, then give them away to somebody who can use them. Because we as a society today, we have a lot of stuff. You know, a lot of stuff. Material things. But they're still energies, and they're still connected, and they will still pick up energies, and they still will be connected. So cleansing them and clearing them and then donating them if it's possible. If not, burn it. Return it to the earth of ash. Earth knows what to do with the energy. She's got this. Actually, we just got to stop trying to control most of it. And that's what it is. It's a control thing. We feel like, and I say we, it's collective we. We call it that loss. Sorry for your loss. Did they lose anything? No. Even if Elf is not here anymore. Elf is always going to be around. I'm part of the trees. I'm part of the grass. I'm part of the flowers. I'm part of the air. I'm part of the fire. I'm part of the water. I'm part of the earth, period. As well as the stars. This is just temporary. And we all are still connected. So it won't matter if it's in this form or in another etherical form, or soul form, or light form, or energetic form. I mean, I could go on forever forms, like color forms. Just popped in my head. The layers. Delayering. Getting down to that true transparency. Control. Tack. I'm going to leave this and then I'm going to kick it out. Control. We, as humans, are learning to let go of that control. Totally surrender. Whee! Hands in the air. Whee! No control. Believing, trusting that universe and earth is going to always provide for us. Always make sure we're abundant. Always make sure we're healthy. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I say much love, light, gratitude, and appreciation to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you again for all your likes and all your subscribes and all of you just being you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Me lovins you. Me lovins you all. Whatever, regardless of what the fuck. I save my fucks for magic. Be well.